Hi everybody. In this video we are going to learn how to work with Jupyter notebook. We are just going to learn the basics of Jupyter notebook. So the first step is learning how to start a Jupyter notebook. So you go to Anaconda Navigator, you start Anaconda Navigator, and once you start the Anaconda Navigator you will get this screen. So here you have a Jupyter notebook icon. Just click on launch. This is the first way to open Jupyter notebook. So it will take a while to launch. Let it just open. Alright, so this is now starting the Jupyter notebook. Right, so we'll learn about the various tabs here in a while, but before we do that we'll learn other ways to open Jupyter notebook. So to quit the Jupyter notebook I have to just click on quit here. The home page of Jupyter notebook, just click on quit here. Right, then I'll just close. So this was our first way of opening the Jupyter notebook, that is through Anaconda Navigator. The second way is go to the Windows home page, then you click on Jupyter notebook icon here. This will again open the Jupyter notebook. This is my second way of opening the Jupyter notebook. Right, so you can see here it has opened the Jupyter notebook. Alright, so this is the second way of opening Jupyter notebook. So I'll just click quit here and let me close the notebook. Alright, so third way is you type here an Anaconda prompt. Alright, wait a minute. So I already have Anaconda prompt here. So just click on the Anaconda prompt. Now once you click on the Anaconda prompt, in the home directory you just type Jupyter notebook. So this will again open Jupyter notebook for us. Just wait a while, it's just taking some time. So in all these three ways we have seen that it will open Jupyter notebook in a default folder. Right. So this is by default where the Jupyter notebook is installed. Only in that folder you can store all your notebooks and all. So let us say now I want to open Jupyter notebook in my required folder. So that we'll see in a while. Let me just close this thing. Right, so what you do is again go to the prompt, and here what I do is I'll try to open the Jupyter notebook in this E directory, and I have a folder here test. Okay, so let me just change the drive here to E drive, then change the directory to test. Okay, now you can type Jupyter notebook. So this will start Jupyter notebook in this particular folder. Alright, so you see there is nothing in this folder. I don't have any files. So usually it shows all the files there. In the previous time we did, it used to show me all the files, but now it's not showing because in this particular folder there are no files. Right. So this is the home page of the Jupyter notebook. Now you have here the first files tab. It will show all the files in your current working folder. Next it will show you the running files. And the third tab is clusters, which we don't need as of now, so we'll not try to touch it. right? So here after that you have two buttons here, one is quit and logout. So quit is to stop Jupyter notebook, right? So this is with starting Jupyter notebook in whatever folder you want to, right? So now once we have learned how to start a Jupyter notebook, what we'll do is how we will create a new notebook. So for that you go here, there is two options, one is upload and new. So click on new and you click on Python 3. So this will start a Jupyter notebook here, right? So this is my new notebook where you can run the codes and test the codes. You'll see a button here, kernel starting, and you should be working only when it displays kernel ready. So first let me start from the top. So I have a logout button. To log out from this notebook you need to click logout first, and here is a title of the Jupyter notebook. To change the title, just click on it, just do the left click and you can give whatever name you want. Let me give the name my first notebook. Alright, so just click on rename. So here I have the tabs. First is file tab. In here again you can create a new notebook, and from here you can open another notebook. You can make a copy, save, rename, save and checkpoint. You can also go back to a certain checkpoint. You can go print preview, or you can download this particular notebook as various other documents like HTML, LaTeX, Markdown. As a PDF also you can download, as a notebook you can download. And here again in the end you have close and halt. So second button is edit. Here again there are a lot of options: cut cells, copy cells, delete cells, split. You can split a cell, or you can merge cell above, merge all the cells that are below. You can move a particular cell up and down, right? Then you can edit metadata. You can find and replace. Here again I have cell attach, cut cell attachments, copy cell attachments, and there is also insert image. This is not active at this time because it will be active only in particular mode. We'll see in a short while. So again here view toggle headbar. This is my headbar. So if I click on view toggle headbar, it will remove the headbar, right? So next, toolbar. I can also, this is our toolbar here. You can also toggle the toolbar right here. This is my toolbar. So toggle line numbers, right? So let me just add another few cells. If I click on here 2, 3, 4, and if I click on toggle line numbers, it will just give me numbers to the cell. So for now I will not use it, right? So cell toolbar, it will give, we'll just discuss about all these things when we are using Jupyter notebook after a while, right? When we are actually writing some code and all. So here's the insert button. You can insert a cell above and below. So this is my selected cell now, which it will highlight in blue, right? So if I want to insert a cell below, it will just insert a cell below, and if I want to insert a cell above, it will insert a cell above, right? So this is to run the code, run cells. You can run a particular cell, or you can run this particular cell and all cells below, above and below. Now again cell type, we'll just learn about it in a while. And code out, current output, you can toggle the output or you can clear outputs and all those things. Kernel is the basically the source language based on which it can run. So you can use also other language in Python in Jupyter notebook, but here we are going to use only Python 3, so you'll not be worrying much about that. So when you're going to use kernel, let's say your program doesn't respond, or your Jupyter notebook is not responding, or it has got into an infinite loop, in that case only you have to interrupt or restart. You will be using this button. Widgets is there. You can add a lot of other this is a very separate topic. Widgets, you can use widgets, and to get help you can again type on this. You will have a lot of resources available in these particular links. All right, so this is again the save button. This button, let me just This is the add. Let's say I have a cell here, and to add a cell it will always add a cell below, right? The plus button will add a cell below, and this button is actually cut selected cell. So let me select a few cells now on this cell, and let me cut it. So here I can see I'm cutting the cells, and this is basically to copy a cell. I just copied this cell, and to paste it will just paste down the cell, and this is to move this cell up and down. This cell is now moved up, this cell is moved down. To run the code in a particular cell you will use the run button, and to interrupt the kernel you can use this button. So here also is there, just interrupt instead of that you can use here in the toggle bar. And the next button is to restart the kernel. This is same as this button, restart. This is same button. Let's restart the kernel and rerun the whole notebook, right? So this is, so here I have two buttons. These two are in for this slideshow. You will not be able to find these in a usual notebook because these come as add-ons which have been installed, and you can, I'll just make another video about it sometime later and you can see in it. So here I have three things. One is code, markdown, raw notebook, and raw NB convert and heading. So let us just try to do something with our notebook. So let me just delete these cells. Let me just have one single cell, right? So let me this is now in code mode, right? So in code mode I can type any code. Let us say, let me type 2 plus 3, right? So I have now typed 2 plus 3, and to run I will just click on run. So this will give me output as 5, right? So this is in code mode. In code mode you can execute any code. You will just type your particular code here and you click on run, then this will run the code. Now this is second mode. Now let me just go to markdown, right? Markdown. You see the in button, just the in word here just went on here. So I cannot now type any, I cannot run the code. This is just to type anything. Let's say this is my first notebook, right? Let me run this. So we'll just type give me simple text. This is a specialty of notebook. You can combine both the code and your text. So this is basically very much useful for making notes, or you can give some interactive codes where you can give some information, then you can write the code below, all such things. So next is the heading thing. I can convert this into heading, right? So you can see it again itself got converted into heading, right? So in heading I have also a lot of other, like this is the first type of heading. Headings always start with hash, right? Okay, so this is the introduction to Jupyter Notebook. Now we'll learn in our next video how to basically use it in code mode, and whenever we start, no, let's say just let me just use some examples of how to use in markdown mode, right? So let me just delete these things for a while, right? Just convert it to code. This is a code mode now, and let me just go to the markdown mode. So to make an heading, what you do is you start with a hash. So this will give me heading, let's say heading. Just run this. This is again a heading. Now the shortcut for this, you just click on this, and it'll by default any cell that comes is in code mode. So the shortcut is you just click on, when this turns blue you type the letter M. So this will go to markdown, right? And again I want it to be converted to code mode. You type on the tab Y, right? So to move between code and markdown, you just use the keyword M to go to markdown and the tab Y to go to code, right? So now I want to again use Alright, markdown. So second heading will be like, let's say I can use, if I type 2 hash, this will be like heading, right? So this will just reduce the font size based on how many hashes you use. That's how you type headings in Jupyter notebooks when in markdown mode, right? So this is my again code mode, initial by default. Let's say let me run this code. Let's say I have 2 plus 3. So every time you don't have to click on run to run the code. What you have to do is just click control and enter, right? The shortcut is just to make comment, you write shortcut for running code is or code in cell is control plus enter, right? So this will give me some error because there is no such name defined, right? So that's fine for now, right? So you know how to add a cell below and how to go between code and markdown. These two are the one modes you'll be using very widely, right? Next, you know how to run a particular cell, you know how, and to add a cell below without any like using a tab, we just use the tab B. So click on the cell and you click on the letter B, right? Tab B for adding a cell below, right? So again, just so you can see here, if I click inside of the cell, it will turn green, means I'm inside. If I'm clicking here, it will turn blue. So what does this basically means? You can, if I click, now let's say it's green and I click B, the B will be typed inside the cell. So to add a cell, I need to click here, right? Just wait for it to click outside, just behind the in, and then you press the tab B, then only it's going to add the new tab, a new cell for you, right? So I think this is enough for you to getting started with using Jupyter notebooks, right? So thank you very much.